I really almost didn't believe it at all when I saw your name. But I guess that you'll be working under me from now on. And I just want you to know that I saw you trying to flirt with some of the girls in the office. I just want you to know that as your boss, I can't allow you to do that. It's only your first day after all.
Oh, hello Hank. I'm sorry, but I think you might be misunderstanding the situation. I wasn't flirting with anyone at all. I was just asking a few questions about what it's like to work here, and other job-related things.
Excuse me? Are you trying to tell me that I'm wrong after I saw what happened with my own eyes? I saw your face the whole time while you were talking to Sheila. You looked like a kid in a candy store about to get a treat.
I really think that wasn't the case, and I'm not quite sure why you're so upset just because I was talking to a female coworker. More than that, I just can't believe that you hit me while we were at work for doing that. If you really don't believe me, ask Sheila yourself.
I hit you because you were trying to flirt with Sheila, and she's mine. How dare you even look at her with those beady little eyes of yours? I know the game that you were trying to play with her.
I'm sorry, Hank, but even if I was smiling during our conversation, I don't think that says nearly as much about my intentions as you think. But I really think you should go and ask Sheila yourself if you don't believe what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm not going to waste my precious time doing something as stupid as that. Just seeing the way you looked at her was enough to convince me of all that I needed to know. I just hope that you've learned your lesson after I hit you. But I would be more than happy to do it again if you haven't.
I really don't think that you should be violent in the office at all. Ever. I mean, is this how you treat all your employees?
I treat everyone with fairness and equality, as soon as they learn to be good employees. So I just hope that you've learned your lesson from all this.
And that's why you did what you did to me?
That's right! I only got to where I am in this company by running a tight ship. And that means making sure that all my staff knows to obey me.
I see. Well, I have to say, this is the first time I've run into someone with your specific type of management style.
I guess you could say it's a pretty well kept secret around these parts. But that's how I got this job here at our company's HQ. And just what about you? Surely you must have at least gone to some really fancy school if they're letting someone like you work here.
Oh, no. I actually didn't ever go to college.
Wait, hold on. You mean you stopped going to school after high school? Oh, come on. You can't be serious about that, right?
Actually, I've never even graduated high school technically. I just have my GED.
Wait, what? What the heck are they thinking upstairs? How could they let some little nobody who only has his GED into a company like ours? I would laugh if it wasn't just so darn sad. And why did I end up having to get you on my team?
Sorry, I really think there must be some kind of misunderstanding here, Hank.
No, Dean. I don't think there's been any mistake. I think that it's obvious that you were sent to work under me so that I can whip you into being a good employee. I'm going to fill that empty little head of yours up with all the information you need to contribute to around here. And every time you fail, or don't do as I say, I'll hit you again. So you better bring some ice packs with you when you come to work now. Ha ha ha.
I really don't think that you should be hitting me at all. Why is that the first method of punishment that you resort to anyways?
As if some tiny little brain nobody like you could understand the reason for why I do what I do. Not only did I go to college, but it was a really good one too. Doesn't that just make you feel like you're in good hands, Dean?
Look, I'm really sorry, but I just don't think that I can abide any kind of violence in the office. So please don't treat your employees like that from now on, okay?
Excuse me? Are you trying to give me an order right now? Well, you just earned yourself a punishment, Dean. I'll be sure to dole it out the next time that I see you.
We'll see about that.
Dean, are you okay? I can't believe what happened earlier. I mean, I would have never guessed that Hank would have hit you.
Hey Sheila, I really am fine. Thank you so much for asking though. I appreciate it.
No, I mean, I'm so sorry. I just froze up and was so scared when Hank showed up. I couldn't even do anything to stop him.
You don't need to blame yourself at all, but I'm wondering, is Hank always like that? He was messaging me earlier and told me that he hits the other employees as well to train them. Does he really do stuff like that around here all the time?
Well, there are certainly a bunch of really bad rumors concerning Hank that are always flying around. And most of them do have to do with him getting upset at males who work under him and then hitting them. But everyone is too scared to push back because they don't want to get in trouble or end up losing their jobs.
Are you serious? But that's a crime. Hank shouldn't be doing that at all. Why doesn't anyone say anything about this?
I guess that Hank just knows how to exploit people's weaknesses and make it so that they don't disobey him. There's one rumor that even says that Hank has dirt on everyone in the office, and that's how he gets people to do what he says.
Well, if that was really true, then why not call corporate and ask them to open an investigation?
An investigation? You can do that?
If I'm being honest with you, that's one of the reasons why I was transferred here. The rumors aren't just in the office. They've spread far enough that corporate decided that something needed to be done. So I understand that he punches his male staff. But what about the women? Are they okay?
Well, I certainly can't say that we're all doing just fine working under Hank.
So he does abuse his power over the women too. May I ask what kinds of things he typically does?
I'm sorry, Dean, but you just started working here. I don't know if I can just come out and say everything to you.
It's okay, Sheila. I really was sent by corporate to investigate what's going on in this office. You can talk to me, I promise. Is Hank threatening the women like he is the men?
No, it's nothing like that at all. It's just... oh, it's a little embarrassing is all.
You could tell me as little as you want, but it would be really helpful if I at least had some information to start from for my work.
I'm really not trying to make this about me or anything like that, but I think that Hank has a crush on me, and he's always trying to find excuses to talk to me. Mostly alone.
I see. So he's harassing you then. It is true that while he was talking to me, he said that the main reason he hit me was for talking with you. I guess he thought that I was flirting with you.
Did Hank really say that about you?
So has he done anything else? If he's done something serious, it's best to come forward with it now so that we don't waste any time punishing him.
Well, okay. Maybe texting all of this isn't the best way to go about this.
Oh, sure. Well, if you'd prefer, I could call you and we could talk about it over the phone.
Yeah, let's do that, please.
Hey, Dean! Where are you right now, you slacker? You ought to be working! It's still your first day and you're already finding ways to get out of working? Or did you just get so scared of me that you ran away and quit? It was a bit rude of you not to even say goodbye to me on your way out.
Hello there, Hank. No, I haven't quit, actually.
Oh, really? Then what? You're just walking around the office pretending like you own the place or something? You're really starting to piss me off. You know that? Do I need to go and punish you again?
And just why do you think that you could talk to other people like that? Don't you realize how threatening that sounds? I really don't think that we should be hiring people like you at our company.
Excuse me? You've got some real nerve talking to your supervisor like that. Don't you know who I am?
I know that you're the department chief. You do know that this isn't even my first day here, right? I did try and come and greet you on my first day, but you were away from your office.
Well, you seem to have done your homework about who's who around the office, huh?
That's right. Although I said that you're the department chief, it may be more accurate to say that you were the department chief.
And just what is that supposed to mean? Are you trying to run some kind of scam on me or something? What are you trying to pull talking to your boss like this? Because if you think that I will fire you right now for insubordination, then you're dead wrong.
I'm sorry, but why is it that you think I'm working under you?
What are you talking about this time? What is it with this nonsense?
I'm just trying to tell you that I don't work under you. You work under me. I'm Dean Thomas, sent from the corporate office. I was sent here to investigate claims that you were being violent with your staff.
Wait, what? No way! You think I'm going to believe that? That's rich, though. You almost had me. But I'm not that type of person to scare so easily.
I'm very sorry if something I said might have scared you. I'm only telling you the truth, though. And I am afraid that we are going to have to let you go.
You're still going to try this act with me? And just why would I be fired anyways? I haven't done anything wrong!
You mean you don't consider assaulting your employees wrong? Well, I'm sorry, but I've already made a report to the police.
Oh, I'm so scared. You really want to tell the cops because you were upset that your boss is a little mean to you? You don't even have any proof that I have done anything, so good luck proving anything.
Actually, I have plenty of proof, thank you very much. After all, you admitted to hitting me in our messages before, didn't you? I took screenshots of our conversations and used that when I reported you to the police.
Wait, what? Are you serious? You showed them screenshots of our conversations?
That's right, so they saw what you were saying to me.
But that isn't fair! I was only trying to protect Sheila from you! I saw how uncomfortable you were making her, and that's why I stepped in to save her. So how could he say I did something wrong when that's all I was doing?
Right, about that, you do know that you're the one who was always creeping Sheila out, right? So I really don't think she appreciated your efforts.
Wait, what? I creep her out? But that can't be!
In fact, it seems like this isn't the first time you've hit another employee just for talking to Sheila. You seem to have this strange complex where you think you can get her to like you by acting violent around her.
Just who do you think you are talking to me like that? Don't you know who I am?
I do know exactly who you are. You are my subordinate. Or should I say, former subordinate.
You can't be serious, right? You're not really firing me, are you?
I told you time and time again just how serious I am about this. I think you'll be hearing from your direct supervisor soon enough. I already sent an email laying out my report on you with all the evidence I've collected. I don't think it's gonna be a very long conversation when you do hear from them though.
I don't believe this! You're really going to have me fired? But that isn't fair!
I really am going to have you fired, yes. How many times do I have to repeat myself?
Oh no. My boss is calling me right now! Oh crap. What should I do? This is really bad!
It is bad, for you. And if you want anyone to blame, I'm afraid that you still only have yourself. There's no way to get out of what's going to happen.
But how can you do this? How are you even above me in the company when you only have a GED? There's definitely something up. What aren't you telling me?
Oh right. I guess I should have been more clear. I did only get my GED here in the States, but years later, I applied to go to a college overseas and I got my degree in Germany.
Wait, you went to school overseas?
That's right, although I know there are some questions over how well degrees transfer over to the US, so I just tell people that I didn't go to college. Although if they start getting really curious, I explain to them the whole story. And just what was it that you learned from your college days, Hank?
Well, I learned a lot!
I see. Because in Germany, I was able to study what I wanted while experiencing a very different culture. In fact, not only did I go to college there, I even got my master's from there.
Even I don't have a master's degree! I don't even know what to say!
Well, it's not really such of a big deal. It's all just pieces of paper at the end of the day. But yes, I suppose if you want to get technical though, I am more educated than you. But even that doesn't excuse the way you've hit your employees and harassed the women in your office.
What are you talking about this time?
Well, Sheila told me about all the times about how you're always trying to get her to go out with you. It was honestly painful to hear just how uncomfortable it was making her. Even I felt bad.
But she just told you that, right? It's still just hearsay, isn't it?
I'm afraid that it got so bad that Sheila felt like she had to start recording these episodes. So there is audio of it happening. Not only that, but we caught on video doing more than just asking Sheila on dates. There's video evidence of you calling her into your office and doing, well, I don't think I need to go into detail.
But I thought you wanted it!
Watching any video of it makes it clear that that isn't the case. Honestly, just thinking about it makes me sick.
I don't believe this. My whole life is just falling apart!
And on top of that, you kept everyone else so scared of you with violence and threats. I just refuse to keep you around here anymore. You're just a terrible person. We've put out a notification to the whole office explaining that you're being fired, and that the office is willing to pay for any therapy services that might be necessary once you're gone.
So then everyone knows what I've been doing now.
That's right, although they all already have enough reason to hate you. There's no point in trying to play the victim card now. We'll get the paperwork in order and have you out of here as soon as you can. Then the police can have you. In the end, Hank got called up to his supervisor's office. However, he never showed up. It turned out that Hank tried to quickly embezzle money to his bank account and then flee town. He was caught at the airport before he can leave. Hank was such a horrible, condescending boss, but I'm glad that at least he'll finally get what he deserves.
Ella! I heard that your father's life is in danger! Hi, Charlotte. Unfortunately, yes. The doctor said that he only has about a week left. Oh, wow, I am so sorry. Thank you for your concern. I'm sure my father will be pleased to hear this. He is rich, right? Are you going to get a good amount of inheritance? What? Oh, you don't need to hide anything. Your father is rich, so he has lots of savings, right? Why does it matter to you? You understand that you married my son, right? I'm your mother-in-law, so it's common sense for you to listen to me. About what? About the inheritance. My husband didn't leave any for me, so now it's my chance. You're talking about how it's your chance, but you're not going to even get a penny. Listen to me. You are going to take care of Justin and I from now on, so that means that the inheritance will be mine. Did you contact me because you wanted to ask about this and not about my dad? Are you serious? That's because I only met him once, so why should I worry about him? You are full of shit, Charlotte. Excuse me. Are you trying to pick a fight with me? What, a fight? I'm just being honest here. I'm pretty sure anyone would feel the same way. You are so rude. Anyways, all I'm going to say is that you won't get a penny. If you have a problem with this, why don't you talk to Justin about it? Oh, don't be so cocky. You're the one that's being cocky. Oh, you know what? You're pissing me off. Yeah, whatever. I need to go back to my dad's hospital room now, so please go talk to Justin.
Can you explain to me about the inheritance again? My mom is misunderstanding something.
Yeah, I've been getting weird texts from her. I'm not surprised she's still thinking that she's getting the inheritance.
I'm so sorry about this, Ella.
It's okay. I'm actually glad that you're not like her. And also, it's my dad's decision to choose who is getting the inheritance.
Yeah, of course. I look up to your father, and I care more about the fact that he's letting me run his business. Let's hope for his recovery. Because there's no way I can take over right now.
What's the matter with you? Didn't we promise to work things out together? I wish that my dad will get better, but make him happy taking over the company.
I agree with you. Will do.
Anyways, can you explain everything to your mom before it's too late? When are you going to send me the inheritance? Hurry up! Do you not know what you've done during the funeral? Nothing? You were laughing and cheering his death during the funeral in front of our whole family who was crying. You're a piece of shit. Oh, come on, don't be rude. Who's the rude one here? You know what? I don't want to see your face ever again. Do you want Justin to divorce you? Are you threatening me? Didn't Justin talk to you about this? Oh, who cares about that? It's going to be a problem if you don't deposit money to my account because I have used quite a lot. On what? Well, I went on a shopping spree and bought a house. A house? Are you serious? Just deposit to my account, damn it! Won't do because you did something unforgivable. Ugh, are you still pissed? Will you not be if I apologize? I am so sorry for cheering and laughing at the funeral. There, I apologized. Send it to me immediately. I actually just donated it all to charity. What? We donated all of it to organizations for underprivileged children. Charity? What are you talking about? What happened to my money? It's not your money. Plus, didn't I say that you're not even going to get a penny? You're joking, right? Why would I joke about it? I talked to my dad before he passed, and he said that you won't get any. Why did you donate without my permission? What will happen to my money then? I told you 1,000,000 times already that you will not get any. Plus, I just said it's not your money, you self-centered old broad. I just wanted to live peacefully after retirement. Oh, why is this happening? I'm also in debt, so I need the money. Okay, and? Do you not understand what I said? I'm going to get endless calls from the debt collector. They might even show up at my house. Are you enjoying making me suffer? This is all your fault, you know. Justin just told me that he's tired of you. Don't you guys want to help me? We're a family. No, we're not. We talked about you, actually, and agreed to cut ties. What? That's good for you because you don't need to see me anymore. How am I supposed to enjoy life from now on? I'm not getting money, plus my own son is going to cut ties with me. Why are you asking a stranger? I really don't care how you will end up. Excuse me, don't you love me? I'm your mother-in-law. Do you think I can forgive a person who laughed and cheered during my dad's funeral? I already apologized about it. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't you donate to me, too? I'd rather use the money than donate it to you. Please help me. Don't leave me. I'm having a hard time since my husband passed, so if you two leave me, I'm screwed. Let me see. You talk down on me and lash out on me from the day I got married to Justin, and acting that way at my dad's funeral? I mean, who wants someone like you? Are you really going to leave me? Yes. Oh, we're actually going to be taking over my dad's company overseas, so we're going to be moving there. Overseas? Yes, so deal with everything by yourself, okay? Good luck! Bye! Since she spent too much money, she had to sell the house and ended up working a rather dangerous job. She tried to ask Justin for help but couldn't reach him, so she has to work her butt off every day. On the other hand, we're developing overseas business while doing charitable work and living peacefully. Her life is not the way it turned out to be, but this is the result of her own actions. Karma is a bitch.
I can't take it anymore! You need to divorce my son right now!
Are we really going to go through this song and dance again, Diane?
Don't you talk to me like that! Do you know that it's all your fault that my poor little Eric is suffering? You need to free him from your evil grasp, you witch!
Free him? Literally, what are you even talking about?
Don't you play dumb with me. I heard all about what's going on from Eric. He told me how it's all your fault that he doesn't have any money.
I see. And did you happen to ask him just how exactly it's my fault that he doesn't have money? Although, if I'm being honest with you, I doubt that he would have given you an honest answer about that. Either way, I think that this is a problem between him and I, and it would be appreciated if you kept out of it.
You think this is some kind of marital problem between the two of you? No! It's a you problem! And just you!
Okay then, can you explain just how it's my fault that Eric doesn't have any money? Because I really don't think you're right about that.
He already told me all about what's going on. He tells me about all the shopping sprees that you've been going on that have left him penniless. He literally had to ask me for money because things were getting so bad. Honestly, how can you be so cold toward your husband when it's suffering like this?
Hold on a second. You said that I was spending all of his money? Why would I be doing that? I don't need his money. I have my own, thank you very much.
You're spending all his money because you're a selfish person who doesn't know when to say enough. Even though I agreed to start sending him money, he was worried that it still wouldn't be enough to keep up with you. He even asked me if he could have some of the money that his late father left for me. That's how bad you're making things for him.
And are you serious? Did he really ask you to start sending him money over all of this? He's 40 years old and he's still expecting his parents to pay him an allowance?
He's only having to do that because of your crazy spending. Don't you get it?
No, I don't get it because it's incorrect. I'm not using a cent of Eric's money. I can tell you that much. If he doesn't have money, it's for another reason, and it doesn't have anything to do with me.
How can you say that? If you think I'm going to just let you keep ruining my son's life, you have another thing coming. I want you to go find a job and get out of the house.
I actually do have a job, and I do get out of the house quite frequently, thank you. But there are times when I can't get out of the house as well.
And why can't you? Because you're too lazy? Because you don't want to work harder? You need to contribute more and quit spending all Eric's money.
Okay, I am going to talk to Eric and ask him to come clean to you. Clearly, you're not going to believe a word that I say, so I don't really see the point in carrying on this conversation today. Eric, you've got some explaining to do. Just why are you telling your mom that it's all my fault you don't have any money? I didn't even know that you were getting from her until today.
Wait, You didn't know that I was asking her for financial help? Well, then again, I guess that I never told you either, but it's really not that much either way.
This isn't about how much money you're getting. What I want to know is why you need that much money anyways. Don't tell me that you're still going at it.
I just have times when I need some more money, okay? It's a personal thing, and just because we're married doesn't mean that you need to know every little thing about me.
Excuse me? Did you seriously just say that? All I'm saying is that I think it's time that your mom found out that you're in debt. And you need to be the one to tell her because she isn't going to listen if it comes from me. Also, I don't appreciate you making a scapegoat and explaining your financial troubles to your mom.
Yeah. But do you really need to get so upset? I mean, it's not like this is the first time that my mom has gotten mad at you for something, so I don't really get what the big deal is.
The big deal is that you are telling your mom that I'm the one who is spending all of your money when we both know that isn't true. So don't act surprised when I get mad because you're telling lies about me.
Oh, right. That reminds me. Can I borrow some money from you? I'm just a little short this month, and I only need a little bit. I promise.
Are you even reading a word that I'm saying to you?
I know, but my mom isn't giving me as much money as she used to, and I just really need to borrow some.
I'm still just shocked that you're asking your mom for money. But if you think that I'm going to give you any, then you are sorely mistaken.
You cheapskate. You're always like this to me.
Are you kidding me right now? Look, just tell your mom the truth about what's going on, okay? I don't want to have to be blamed for your problems again. Hey, are you even reading these messages anymore?
You are going to do as I say, and you are going to divorce my son. Do you understand me?
What are you talking about?
I mean that I know all about your little secret. Eric came to me and he told me everything.
And just what secret did Eric tell you about? Because I don't really have any secrets, as you say.
Oh, really? You mean you're not trying to make your husband pay down your $80,000 loan? You've really got some nerve pretending like that wasn't going on this whole time.
Excuse me? You think that I'm trying to make Eric pay off my loans that you think totaled to $80,000? And this is what Eric told you. Diane, I don't know what else to say except that Eric is lying and trying to trick you with that.
No, he's not. My son would never do that to me. He came to me to tell me all about how you were making him pay down your debt. He's already told me the whole story. So I want to hear it from you. Just why are you so intent on ruining my son?
Diane, I am telling you that you are making a mistake and that is not what's going on. Your son is lying to you about that, okay?
You're just trying to turn me against him to save your own skin. But I'm not going to be fooled. And I want you to leave him. And then I want you to leave and never come back. You're going to pay off your own loan and forget about dumping it all on my poor son. He never should have married a horrible lady like you.
I seriously don't even know what to say anymore. This is just getting ridiculous.
Just shut up and get out of my son's life, you horrible, awful woman!
You mean you're really not going to listen to a word of what I'm trying to tell you? I'll do as you say, but don't come back to me saying that I didn't warn you.
I never want to see you ever again. Do you understand me? And I want you to keep away from my poor little Eric, too. You've done more than enough to hurt him already.
Right, of course. I guess I'll just divorce him then.
That's right. I'm glad that you're finally starting to make some sense.
And I suppose you'll just have to take care of him after I leave.
What is that supposed to mean? When you divorce him, you're going to be taking all your debt with you, and then he'll finally be free of the parasite that's been at his side this whole time.
Whatever you say. I guess I'll start packing my things.
I want you out of the house by the end of the day.
Sure thing. I can do that. But I think you should know that that debt isn't mine. It's Eric's.
There you go, trying to lie your way through life again. When are you going to take responsibility for your life and grow up?
You're right. I'll do just that and leave then. I already have my signed divorce papers ready to go, actually, so it's all up to Eric to sign his portion, and then we'll proceed.
I just heard from Eric. He confirmed everything that you were saying.
So you finally come around to listen to me, huh? And you realize that I've also been helping Eric pay down his own loans?
But it can't be right. I mean, how does a loan even get that bad? How did Eric let that happen?
I tried to warn you about this, but you just wouldn't listen to me. I gave you plenty of chances to talk this out, but you were never interested.
Well, I only believe it now because Eric told me that it was right. When I told him that I kicked you out of the house, he flipped out on me. He was so angry at me, and I knew that I must have done something wrong.
Yes, I think you did too. But you didn't do anything wrong to me. Only Eric. And now, thanks to you, he doesn't have anyone like me to support him.
But I don't get it. You were making enough money for the both of you.
Well, I made just enough money for us to have a little leeway, but Eric was always borrowing from me to support his gambling habit.
His gambling habit? What do you mean by that?
You mean he didn't mention that to you at all? The debt that he said was all mine was all from his gambling addiction. Although I guess you had no idea that was happening.
You've got to be kidding me. That can't be. I refuse to believe it.
Believe it or not, it really doesn't make a difference to me at all. But know that I am telling the truth. But at least I'm finally free and I won't have any responsibility for a guy like that ever again.
But no. Could it be? Are you really telling the truth?
I am sure that you must be just floored to be hearing all of this, right?
It doesn't make any sense at all.
But anyways, that means that now Eric has to pay off all that debt himself. So I'm sure he'll rope you in to help him somehow. Good luck with that, I guess. This really isn't my business anymore, though, so please don't reach out to me again. I'm finally free! This is so great! Good luck taking care of your helpless son again!
Regina, please, you have to help us.
Oh, Diane. It's been a while since I last heard from you. What is this about? Is everything all right?
I can't pay anymore. We're falling behind on the interest payments and Eric is seriously freaking out. Not only that, but he's already fallen further into debt and You have to help us.
That sounds like a tough spot. But you do remember what I told you, right?
What do you mean? What did you tell me?
I told you that Eric and I are divorced and that his debt isn't my problem anymore. So you two can figure out how to deal with it amongst yourselves. Just leave me out of it. It's way too late to try and apologize and ask for help now. I'd been thanklessly helping Eric for years, and now I never want to have to do it again.
Please, you don't have to be like this. Maybe you two could get back together and come live with me. I'm sure that you must also be in a tight spot having been kicked out of the house, right? Well, you can come back here and we can figure something out that works for everyone.
Actually, I just went out and got myself a condo after I moved out.
Oh, well then maybe Eric and I could go live there after you both get back together.
It's a pretty amazing place, I'm not gonna lie. But I have no intention of sharing it with my gambling-addicted ex-husband or his nosy mother. Like you said, I never want to see either of you again. So anyways, good luck with all of that.
How can you be so cruel? We're coming to you in a time of need. Don't you get that?
I do get that. But what I don't get is why you think you're entitled to my help after the way you treated me. I'm not just someone you can boss around and make demands of. Especially not now. As I've said, Eric and I are divorced, and I am not responsible for either of you. In fact, I'm already talking with my lawyer about getting back the money I spent on Eric.
Get the money back? What is that supposed to mean?
Well, as part of the divorce process, I am going to ask that Eric sends me money out of his paycheck every month. It's all part of the alimony process.
But I just told you that we don't have any money. Are you really going to try and squeeze us for more?
Yep. Anyways, like I said, good luck with all that. You're not that old. Maybe you should think about getting back out there and working. I'm sure Eric would appreciate it.
You're seriously telling an old woman to get back to work?
Well, it sounds to me like you two might not be able to make ends meet if you don't. Maybe you should have listened to me when you had the chance instead of throwing me out of the house. Anyways, have a nice life. After that, Diane and Eric began to be served with their legal fees and their situation only grew more dire. In order to pay me back, the judge and lawyers agreed to an amount that I was eligible to receive. Then, they gave Eric the option to buy the amount in one lump sum or to give me a portion of his paycheck every month. Eric agreed to pay me a portion of his paycheck and helped recoup some of the money that I had poured into his debt. Although, since I don't really need the money and the amount Eric sends to me every month is always so little anyways, I've decided to donate it every single time that I've received it. Not only do I not need it, I really don't even need a part of my life to come from Eric ever again. Eric was freaking out about his financial situation and even tried to get his mom to co-sign on his loans and split the responsibility. I'm sure it was not a good time for either of them. I heard later on from some mutual friends of Eric and I that him and his mom are always fighting over money and who needs to pay more. Clearly the answer is Eric, since it's his debt. But now that I'm gone, he only has his mom to take advantage of now. I wonder when she'll realize that enough is enough and kick him to the curb like I did. Although, now that she has a role in paying her son's debt, I can't see that happening anytime soon. I think that's especially given that later on, I heard that Diane did end up getting a job and that she's using her income from that and her retirement to help with the debt. She even had to sell her house. And her and Eric now live in a tiny apartment to be able to afford all their expenses. Thankfully, I don't have to deal with any of that at all, and I'm enjoying my life being single. Although it's my first time being single in several years, I am making sure that I take the time to rediscover who I am before jumping into anything too new. I want to take the time to recover after the ordeal I went through, so that I don't make the mistake that I made in choosing my last partner. I have also found that I have time to take up more hobbies, such as knitting. It's going slowly, but I'm making progress every day. It's nice learning how to sew while I stitch my life back together. Hey, I've had enough here, so let's go already. I don't think I can handle any more of your family, so let's just leave and go find our own apartment or something. You and I both have decent jobs, so it's not like we have to worry about rent or anything like that now, right?
No, we're not going to be living here yet. I made a big promise to both my dad and that old bag. They had asked for us to come and live here, and I made sure that we'd uphold our end for a little while.
But Bill, they aren't even following the other half of that promise you've made with them. We haven't even done anything, and they've already been trying to stretch the limits. Weren't they at least supposed to help on the weekends with chores and cooking so that we could have some time off?
Well, the two of them are getting up there in age now, and they are used to having their weekends off as well still.
You can just say that the both of them are lazy, and that'll get the truth across. I wouldn't even mind that they're lazy and don't want to help, but they're always complaining about me. The food is too gross. The cleaning isn't done well enough. The bathtub is too cold for me. If they have the energy to be complaining about every little thing done here, then they have the energy to get off their butts and get some work done.
And I told you to have the water set to 104 degrees at least when you're filling up their tub with water. They could catch a cold going into a bath they expect to be hot, but is freezing cold.
It is not cold at all when I fill it. Just because they take a while to get into it and it's a bit more cooled off than they'd like doesn't mean they get to blame me.
I get that, but you're just gonna have to try and ignore what they say and just keep up the good work.
You're amazing, Bill. Before you ever got married to me, you had to help the two of them all by yourself, right?
Well, I'm their son after all. I had no other choice.
But you had to work a full-time job every day while also coming back to clean, do laundry, cook food. Having to take your dad out to see his friends, reading to your mom because she can't see well anymore.
Well, that's what most people would do for their aging parents, right?
I'm sure some people would. Even I plan to help my parents someday when they are too old to do things on their own. But having to do it while they are constantly slighting you, I can't be asked with that sort of work. It's like they can't even see that us still living with them and doing all this work is what's keeping them in a house.
But it's because of them that I've been recognized by the city and won some awards. If not for those, I wouldn't be obligated to be here with them.
You are better than your own dad now.
I know, but they were there to help me back then, so I can't say anything to them now for complaining about us.
But remember that he doesn't even care how you feel anymore. He may have been kind enough to help get you nominated and ultimately win, but he only did that for his own sake so that he could brag about you.
Ugh. Soon Belle will be coming back home as well, so I have to do my best. Can't let her see all of this when she's around, so just keep your ears shut and don't bother with what my parents have to complain about.
What? Are you kidding me?
No. She wants to come back here to be cared for before having her baby. Did I not tell you that before? That's why I can't stress this enough. If you and I leave this house now, it'll only get worse here than it's already been. And I don't want her coming back to a house that'll be in total disarray. That'll stress her out and might harm the baby as well.
That's the worst. At this point, this house will become a living hell with her around. Why are you still putting up with this family when they've barely done anything for you?
Well, because they're my family. I'm sorry for causing you to have to sit through all of this.
No, it's whatever. You have a will of your own, and so we can find some way to put up with them all.
Thank you for understanding that. Take the rest of the night off for me, okay?
Hey, April. Long time no see, right? This is Belle. I've come home to be cared for and have my baby around you all.
Oh, Belle. Hope your travels went okay. Been a long time now, hasn't it? Very rare to even see you anymore, considering you've been away for years now.
I had been thinking a few times that I wanted to stop by and see you all. And by the way, April, are you still not able to make babies?
Huh? Oh, no, that's, well, I guess.
I assumed so. Sorry about that one. Your little sister-in-law is going to be having kids before you can.
No, I'm not really worried by it or anything. Your brother and I aren't too keen on having kids anyway.
Huh? But if you don't have any kids, what will you do?
What do you mean by that? I'm not really going to do anything different from what I do now. I'm going to continue enjoying my relationship with Bill as we grow older.
A marriage with someone that can't make any kids is boring though, right? I've seen all over the internet that couples that don't have kids end up getting a divorce in the end.
I think you're better off not believing everything you read on the internet, okay? Look, most couples aren't even married because of kids. Rather, for the couple to enjoy each other's company throughout their lives.
I know that, but even if you want to think of it like that, it must hurt knowing you can't make a baby.
Wait, saying something like that doesn't even have anything to do with you coming home. You're being rude.
Oh, come on. This has a lot to do with me coming home. Since you still cannot make any kids and don't plan to do anything about it, you're creating a problem for yourself, right?
I am.
Like, what I'm trying to say is that you're giving off a bad aura. And I wouldn't want that aura affecting me in any negative ways.
I told you we aren't having kids because we don't care for them. Bill and myself are both very busy with work, so we don't have time to care and raise kids. By the way, after not talking to me in so long, you're being a bit inconsiderate of me by saying things like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm being honest here. Really, I feel that being around you in my parents' home might not be the best thing, as you'll give off bad auras.
What are you trying to say about me with that?
Well, you have been married to Bill for 3 years now and still haven't had a baby. Could that mean you and him are having troubles in bed? Oh, I don't want to have to see the two of you fighting over bad sex.
Ever since you've gotten married, Belle, do you not feel as though your heart has turned black? Before marriage, you were already acting pretty disgustingly, but now you're just a jerk.
Huh? Do you have something you want to complain about regarding me?
I do! After such a long time not talking to one another, you're back and making all kinds of rude remarks about me. Has becoming pregnant made you that moody?
No, I just know that I'm better than you. Remember, that house you're living in is my family's house, right? We are being nice to you by allowing you to live there. So you are below me when it comes to who sits where in the family. Understand?
I'm being allowed to live here.
You were right. And thank goodness for that. Thank goodness you were able to marry my brother. But as his little sister, I don't think I agree with your marriage. I am sure he doesn't anymore either, as you're just some hefty baggage that he has to haul around with him everywhere. Perhaps he likes being with you still, though. Where in that case, I'd have to say you both still living with my parents is gross.
You really love to say whatever comes to mind, don't you? Seriously, why does Bill have to have a family like this? You and your rotten parents really have done a great job trapping your brother here and making him do all the labor.
Don't tell me you're talking bad about my family now.
No. Well, actually, I'd say that I'm just telling the truth about you all. At this point, I've been spoken poorly of on numerous occasions, and my life in your parents' house has been nothing but bad lip about me.
Listen, April. I don't mind you trying to slight me, but when you start slighting my parents is where I draw the line. I've had it now. You and my brother are just in the way now, so you both get out of that house.
Oh? You're okay with us both leaving?
Of course I am, April. With you both out of the house, we won't have to suffer anymore. And having a couple in the house that haven't had kids yet only makes things worse for me when trying to have mine. I'm afraid of catching any germs from you. So, hurry up and get out of the house.
Really? Thank you so much, Belle.
Stop trying to act all tough about it. And of course we'll be cutting ties with you. So don't come around me ever again.
Oh, you want to cut ties as well to me. And not just you, right, but your mom and dad as well?
Of course. I'll never forgive you if you come in front of me or my parents after this. And as for Bill, I don't care about him. So make sure he's out of the house as well.
Really?
This is the perfect scenario for me. Well, I'll be taking you up on your wish right now. Hurry up and get lost! Hey, what has happened to this house? This is no good, Belle. You and I don't know each other anymore. Did you forget about that? No, hold on. You come back here, April. Right now, this whole house is being turned upside down.
Upside down, huh? What do you mean?
My mom and dad are both having me do all the chores here. And they aren't serving any kind of food for me. And so far, I haven't even been able to get around the house without stepping on garbage. Those two, I have never seen the two of them act so lazily before, and it's disgusting.
Ah, you overlooked that then, huh? Those two have been that way for years and years now.
Why? When I was still in the house with them, everything was going okay.
Even back then, things were not going okay there. It was just that Bill was around doing all the cooking and cleaning in the house for you all.
Huh?
At first, he was their only child, so they forced him to do all of the chores on his own. But when you came along, they never bothered you with having to help him. Well, they never let up on him, even after you left the house. And when I married him, I was pulled in and the two of us had to be their parents. And Bill never complained once about it because he was raised to think that because he's their son, he needs to care for them.
Is that so? I was never coming home to see any of this, so I never knew. Actually, now that I remember living here back then, Mom and Dad were only ever in the living room on these exact couches.
And that is why, because both Bill and I have been freed from that house by you, we are so thankful. I had always wanted to get out of that place, but Bill was so deep into it that he couldn't find the means to break out. But with how quickly you told the both of us to leave, he didn't have time to think about if what he was doing was right or wrong.
Hey, I really never knew that my parents' house turned into a pigsty. I'm asking you to come home now.
Hold on. We are both complete strangers to all of you now, right? So we don't need to come back and help anymore.
Hey, me telling you that I wanted to cut ties happened days ago, right? I didn't mean to say such selfish things, so come back here and help me.
Whether you mean to be selfish or not, I already know what your character is. Are you embarrassed now that you sent the both of us out of there? Well, I can understand you acting like that when I've had to live with the two babies that had raised you.
Huh? Are you talking crap about my family again?
What? Oh, no. I shouldn't be doing that, huh?
There's no way you think it'd be okay to treat us like crap after what we've done for you, right? We gave you a house to stay in with my brother, so you having to do all the chores here was just a part of being his wife. Now come home.
You're acting like a lunatic right now. I'm perplexed. Just know that I don't care what happens over there now. Bye-bye.
Wait! Hey, Bill. Are you not embarrassed by throwing all your family away and running off?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about how you left all your family here and ran away. What are you thinking? Did that witch threaten you to leave with her? What is she planning?
Huh? Wait, you're the one that told us to leave, right?
But I'm saying you actually getting up and leaving is screwed up. This is you stabbing all of us in the back right now.
Oh, sorry?
Sorry? What are you doing?
Hey, I didn't think me leaving was going to be similar to backstabbing you all or anything. I'm sorry, but we have a new place to live now that we're renting, so I can't come back to you guys. I was thinking about my wife during all of that, and that's why I chose to leave. So don't think that I was doing it to hurt you all.
So you're saying you're okay acting like this is all my fault? That is why you're the most useless brother anyone can ask for.
Sorry? But even if you hadn't cut ties with me, what else could I do? Before even talking about what I could do though, are you going to be okay with that loan?
Huh? Loan?
Yeah, you have to pay $1,200 every month for it. April and myself had been paying it off for a while now, but will you be able to cover it now?
Huh? Are you saying that this house isn't owned by Mom and Dad?
They do own it, but recently Mom and Dad had the place expanded to allow April to move in. And so because of that, they have a loan that still needs to be paid off for a few more years.
You're lying, right? I never knew about that.
Wait, what am I going to do about it?
Sorry. April's pretty pissed at you right now, so she's asking me to stop texting you now. I mean, we have cut all ties now, right? Sorry that you have to deal with all of that now, but you asked for it.
Huh? Oh, wait a second, Bill.
I'll try harder to be less of an embarrassment towards myself next time, okay? Now go on, and make sure that yourself and Mom and Dad have a great time in that house.
No, wait for me, Bill!
Learning about the struggles Bill had must be surprising, right? But I'm still shocked to see that he's still acting a little apologetic for doing nothing wrong. I was afraid that if I didn't put a stop to him, he'd go on forever talking to you guys and saying he's sorry.
Hey, wait. I'm not going to be able to pay for that loan or the house, April. I am carrying a baby right now. What should I do about all of this?
Well, if that's going to be a problem for you, then why not ask your husband to help?
I divorced my husband.
Oh! Are you serious? Why did that happen?
Shut up! Him and I are no more, so I have nowhere to go back to now. That's why my only option is to live back home with my parents. But not when it's this bad here.
Don't tell me that you cheated on him or something.
Huh? Why do you think that?
Your brother had your ex's contact information, so he had talked with him a while back. And your ex told him that you've been trying to run from having to pay him the settlement he's asked for. You really are a piece of crap, huh?
No, I do plan to pay him back. I just plan to come back to Mom and Dad's house first to save up some money. So please, come back here.
I'm sorry, but no. I'd be worried that by coming back to live there, you might catch germs or something from me. After that, Belle tried running away from her parents' house, but her parents came running after her to try and get her to come back to them. After all, they don't have anyone around to pay for the house anymore, and so without her, they won't be able to stay in it. But of course, it was too late for all of them, and they were all forced out of there. At that point, Belle was no longer able to run from her ex any longer. And when she gave birth to her baby, her ex came for it and took full custody before leaving her behind. I don't care at all about Belle and her parents, but I was a bit worried about the baby, so it's nice to see it being taken away. At this point in time, Belle and her parents are no longer in a home, and have left town to somewhere nobody knows. Bill tried to call him as he became a little worried about their condition. But they couldn't pay their phone bills, and so he wasn't able to reach them. However, only a month after they vanished, they appeared on the news after having been taken into custody. Seeing that they were all going to jail now for trying to shoplift as well as break into some stores, he was a bit worried and almost started to take action. The only reason they were appearing on the news for all of that was a week ago they had first started out by trying to rob a bank, but were able to get away before the police arrived. Quite surprising though, given the lack of fitness that the parents have after sitting around the house for such a long time. Anyway, before Bill could get up and move, I sat him down and told him that it's great to see that his family is all still doing very well together in jail. I'm sure it'll be a bit difficult for a while having to live without the rest of his family around him. But I'm sure he knows deep down that all of this is for the best, as those three were no good for any of us to be around.
Hey, you lazy bum! Did you wipe down the banisters like I asked you to? Because the last time I looked at them, they were filthy and covered in cobwebs.
Wait, what? Since when do you care about anything like that?
What are you talking about? Of course I care about that! I have to live in this house with you. The least you could do is keep it clean. Is that really so hard to understand?
I really don't get where any of this is coming from. This seems like such a tiny thing to get upset over, Daniel.
Don't you try and tell me what is and isn't worth getting upset over, Carmen. I've always cared about how dusty our home is.
Well, if you really care that much, then why don't you try cleaning it yourself sometime? Because you seem to be making a huge deal out of something that you aren't willing to do yourself.
How dare you talk to me like that? You're the wife, so it's your job to clean the house. It's just that simple.
Did you really just say that? I don't even know how to respond to that. Besides, it isn't like I'm a housewife who sits at home all day. You do know that I work a full-time job too, don't you?
I thought I told you not to talk back to me, woman. You're the wife. You do the cleaning. That is that. Besides, I'm way too tired after coming home from work to do anything like that. You know that I'm always working later than you are. So you should be able to handle the cleaning.
You think that just because you come home later than I do, that it means you work harder than me? I'm not buying it. But I will say that the both of us could do a better job of keeping the house clean. That's for sure.
No, you could. It is all your fault that the house is in the state that it is. Now, I want you to give the entire house a good cleaning, or else I'll divorce you. What do you think about that?
I mean, this is the millionth time that you've said you're going to do that. Why not put your money where your mouth is?
You really want to try and play this game with me, Carmen? You'll regret it. You really think you're going to have a future if I leave you? I'm going to give you a chance to save yourself here.
Actually, I think if anyone is going to be in trouble if we got divorced, it's going to be you.
You wish. I don't need you, but I know that you need me. Alright, that reminds me. Did you make the arrangements for our anniversary next month?
Sorry, what is this that you're talking about all of a sudden?
Our anniversary, woman! Did you know that you were going to cook for me? Have you gotten a nice bottle of wine? Have you done anything for it? You better make it perfect for me, or else.
Hold on a sec. If it's the woman's job to take care of the house, then surely we can agree that it's the man's job to plan date night. Or do you just think that you can get me to do all the dirty work that you don't want to?
You don't even keep the house clean, so I don't know why you think you get to talk to me like that now. Just go make some reservation at a restaurant or something, and quit arguing with me.
You really need to check yourself before you take things too far. I have my limits, you know. And right now, I feel like you're just being a total jerk to me for no good reason.
I'm not being a jerk. I'm just telling you that you need to do your fair share of work around here. Just remember that no one is going to want you if we get divorced. You're all washed up, and you'll die alone if I leave you. Is that what you want?
I really think you need to calm down and not talk to me like that, Daniel.
What did I tell you about talking back to me, huh? Just shut up and do as I say. I don't have time to handle all your petty little requests. I have important things to do with my life.
You really are just pathetic, you know that? I mean, you're just so prideful that you can't even admit when you're taking things too far. But all you're doing is stressing yourself out like this for no good reason.
The only thing stressing me out in life is you, Carmen. You're the source of all my problems. Anyways, if you'll excuse me, I have to get up early. So I'm going to bed now. And when I wake up, the whole house better be spotless. Got it?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say.
And make sure that you keep quiet the whole time that you're cleaning. If you wake me up while you're doing it, there is going to be serious hell to pay.
Man, you're annoying.
Well, Carmen, I think I've taken enough pictures to serve as proof in court in case anything happens.
Really? You think it's enough? Thank you so much, Brad. You're a lifesaver.
No, you're all good. It's my job after all.
All right, I forget that sometimes. Well then, how much do I owe you for all the work you've been doing for me?
Oh, come on, we're siblings. I'm not gonna charge you for this. There's no way that I could take money from my family.
Now, Brad, come on. Don't be like that. I hired you as my private investigator, and I want to see that you get paid for your time.
Okay then, consider this a free trial period. And if you ever need to call my services again, I'll charge you for that job. How does that sound?
Okay, well, at least let me buy you dinner. I mean, you've just done so much for me. I feel like I need to do something for you.
Actually, I have been craving Italian food now that you mention it. By the way, I really don't want you to freak out about this, but Daniel and this other woman has started meeting at your house.
You mean the house where Daniel and I live? He's been taking this woman in our house?
That's right. Up until now, they have been meeting outside the house. But about a week ago, he brought her to your house.
I don't believe it. How could he do that?
I'm just curious if you didn't see anything out of place or odd in the past week since that happened.
I don't really know. I wasn't looking for anything, so I probably didn't notice anything.
I see. Well, at least that means they're being careful enough not to leave any huge signs of what they're doing.
Although, now that you mention it, I guess there were some handprints on the dust on the handrail that weren't there before. I kind of noticed them, but thought it could have been anything, really. Although now I wonder if we wouldn't be able to get this woman's fingerprints off something in the house.
Well, either way, we have enough evidence to make Daniel pay for what he's doing. If you want, I know of a good divorce lawyer that we can hand this evidence to. Plus, you'll get a discount since you're being referred to him by me.
Oh, Brad, I really just don't know what I would do without you. You've already done so much.
It really isn't a problem. Things have been kind of slow for me, so I had plenty of time to work on your case. Besides, I think my job is really fun, so it's not like it was a chore for me.
Well, okay then. I guess I'll reach out to you when I decide how I want to proceed next.
Got it. Sounds good. I'll send you the photos that I took that would work best to show a lawyer. By the way, I hope this is okay for me to ask, but why have you two been together for the past 10 years?
No, it's okay. I understand why you would want to know something like that. The thing is that Daniel wasn't always like this, but over the years he got meaner and more bitter, and now I just can't stand to be around him.
No, I think that makes sense. Anyways, just please let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, okay?
Of course. Thanks again for everything, Brad.
What the heck is this cheapo restaurant that you're trying to take me to? This is our 10th anniversary and you pick some steakhouse?
But I thought that you really liked steak.
I do, but I can eat here anytime if I wanted. This is supposed to be a special day and you're ruining it by being a cheapskate. I can't believe that you're trying to do this to me on my anniversary.
But this place is really nice. I had to call weeks in advance to get a table for us. I hear that even celebrities are kept on the wait list here. It's supposed to be pretty exclusive.
I don't care about what some rich, snooty jerks are lining up to eat. I wanted you to show that you really care for me by making reservation at somewhere nice.
Well, I was going to do something like that, but I remembered a few years ago when I made reservations at a nice French place. You said that if you wanted to eat frogs, you would go down to the pond and catch them yourself.
Well, that's because French food isn't even that good. You really think I wanted to eat that slop?
I just don't understand what's gotten into you, Daniel. Why do you always act this way towards me?
Because you are constantly letting me down. All the time. And now, 10 years of my life have been sent down the drain because of you.
Okay then, tell me, Daniel. Where would you have preferred that I made reservations at for our anniversary, huh?
I would want to be in a place where they have a view of the city, and we could drink champagne. Something classy like that.
Well, the steakhouse that we're going to does have a terrace.
I don't want a terrace. I want to be high above everyone else, looking down on them. You really have some nerve trying to pretend like tonight is salvageable.
I'm allowed to speak for myself, you know.
Yeah, you're allowed to. But if you do, I'll divorce you, remember? Is that how you want to spend our 10th anniversary? Signing divorce papers?
Well, it's a good thing that I've already sent the paperwork out to be filed.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
I mean that this isn't an anniversary dinner. It's a divorce dinner. So let's celebrate. I hope you enjoy your steak.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Have you gone crazy or something? What do you mean that you sent the paperwork out?
I mean that you were always waving those divorce papers that you signed and told me that they were ready for me to give in at any time. So I took them, signed them, and sent them off to be processed.
Wait, hold on a second. You mean that you're really divorcing me? What's the matter with you? Why would you do that?
Why would I do that? You're the one that's always talking about it. Literally, every little thing I do, you threaten to leave me. Well, I realized that you didn't have the guts to go through with it, so I took things into my own hand.
But you didn't even decide this with me. That isn't fair.
Didn't I? Because you already had your portion of the papers signed. You clearly were already prepared for it. All I did was sign my half and send them off. So tell me, was it all just talk and empty threats? Or did you mean what you were saying to me?
Well, I didn't mean it like this.
Well, sometimes life is funny like that. But I guess it still finds a way.
But then, what's going to happen to the house?
Oh, don't worry about that. I've already found a new place to live. I've already picked up the key for it and everything, so I'll be sleeping there from now on.
But what am I supposed to do, Carmen?
I really don't care one bit what you do. You're nothing to me now. Figure out your own life and leave me alone. You're more than welcome to stay in the house that we have now. I'm sure there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to stay there just because I'm gone.
But that's not quite true.
Don't tell me that you're not going to be able to afford to live there. But that can't be right. You work so much harder than I do, don't you? Isn't that what you're always saying?
Don't you make fun of me. You're right. I don't need you. I'll just be fine on my own.
Okay then. Shall we just go to dinner and have that be our last goodbye?
Let's do it. But don't think that you're going to be able to change my mind about this, Carmen. I see that you even cleaned the house. Is this supposed to be your way of telling me you really don't want to do this?
What in the world are you talking about, Daniel?
I mean, all that talk of moving to a new place. You meant that you got a new place for you and I to live together, right?
Are you stupid or something? I just told you that we're divorced now. Why in the world do you think I want you to come and live with me in my new place?
Look, maybe we both said things that we regret. Why don't we just calm down and talk this out over dinner, and then we can figure out what to do next.
I'm very calm already, thank you very much. If you're feeling regret over what we just talked about, though, then good. I hope you do regret that way that you treated me. I'm just grateful that we don't have any children, because that would make this whole thing that much more complicated.
But, you mean, you're really going to leave me?
Of course I'm going to leave, but don't act so sad. It isn't like you don't have another woman.
What is that supposed to mean?
I know that you've been having an affair behind my back for at least a few months now, and that's why you've been arriving even later from work now. Isn't that right? I know it all. So please, don't try to lie to me about this.
But do you even have any proof of this? You don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, I have plenty of proof. Let me send you some pictures.
But how did you get all this?
I already told you that I know the truth and that you shouldn't try to lie to me. I even know that you brought her into our home, Daniel. She left her fingerprints all over our dusty banister to boot, too.
No, wait. You don't understand. This was for work.
And just what does this have to do with your job?
Well, this woman she works for me. She said that she couldn't concentrate at the office and needed a quiet place to work.
Oh, I get it now. And that's why you've been going to hotels with this girl, too. All to work remotely?
Yes, that's right. We just couldn't focus at the office is the thing.
Right. I see. Well, how about you tell that to the judge? I'm so sure that he'll agree with you right away when he hears all of that.
The judge? What is that supposed to mean?
Well, we're getting divorced, which means that you should start looking for a lawyer first of all. And the judge is going to be for when I sue you for cheating on me. I'm going to take so much from you, and you're not going to get a cent from me.
Wait, hold on. You mean that you already found a lawyer for this?
That's right. My brother has some connections and introduced me. In fact, he was the one who followed you around and got all those pictures, too.
Wait a second. Your brother did all that? And since when did he become a PI? Whatever, I don't care anymore.
So now you're back to not caring if we split up again.
That's right, I don't need you. I have this other woman, and I'll pay whatever it takes to get you out of my hair.
You really think that you'll be able to pay me all those legal fees without a job?
No job? Just what in the world are you talking about now?
Well, when Brad was following you around and looking into your affair, he found out that you were using company funds to take out this little girlfriend of yours.
He looked that deep into what I was doing?
He's a legit PI who takes his job seriously. He knows the kind of proof that is going to work best, and works hard to find it. He took those receipts and sent them to your office, so even they know what you've been doing now.
You're kidding me. This can't be happening right now! You can't do this to me!
Yeah, at this rate, I don't know if this girl is even going to want to stay with you anymore. I mean, isn't she a temp at your office? Don't you think there's something messed up about a man your age making moves on someone that young and beneath you in the office? I really don't think it's a good look for you, at all.
Oh crap. This is bad. This is really, really bad. How did it come to this? This isn't how things are supposed to happen. I thought I had everything planned out perfectly. Now my life is falling apart around me.
I know what you mean. I can't believe that I wasted the last 10 years of my life with you. But I can't wait to start over without you. You've done nothing but put me down and make my life hell. I thought if I just went along with it and showed that I really cared that you might calm down and we could be happy again. I waited. And waited. And waited for the sweet man that I fell in love with to come back. But it's obvious to me now that there was never that sweet man. And even if one day you were the man that I always hoped you were, you're certainly not him now. Nor will you ever be again.
Wait! No, please! You have to help me!
After that, Daniel called his office and tried to explain everything and apologize for what he had done. But they had already gotten the proof that Brad collected and served him with a fine for all of the company's money that he spent. It turned out to be quite a hefty sum, too. On top of that, Daniel also had to pay the legal fees served to him for my lawsuit and alimony. He was left with no other choice but to take out huge loans. After that, his girlfriend wanted nothing to do with him at all.
So, Daniel had no wife, no girlfriend, no job, and soon had no home, too. He tried calling me and begging for help, but I blocked him right away. If he wants to fix his life, then it is up to him. As for me, it's weird being single again after 10 years, but I'm finding my footing and taking my time seeing new people. More than anything, however, I'm focusing on myself and trying to rediscover who I am after being in such a long relationship. I do feel some societal pressure to get married quickly, even though I just ended mine, but I realize that pressure doesn't need to control me anymore. It's important to live a life that I'm satisfied with. For now, I'm waiting for the right person to come along. Some people may say that it isn't going to happen unless I go out looking, but after what I've been through, I don't mind if I need to take a little extra time. After the divorce, I took my brother out for Italian as promised and thanked him so much for all his help. We discussed a bit more about what he does for a living, and I have to admit that I was just fascinated by it. I became so interested in it that even though I already had found a job, I offered to help Brad on any cases that he might need extra hands for. The world of private investigating is quite thrilling, and it is also helping me greatly in moving on from my past.